or A test review. Question 1. The graph below give you the focus and the directrix. And which of the equation models the parabola or the quadratic function? So the focus it gives you is at 1, 1, 4.5. That's the focus. And the directrix is y equal to 3.5. And we always know the vertex is in between focus and directrix. So we're following the steps. Step 1, we're finding the p. P is the y value of focus, or the second number of focus. Subtract the directrix and divide by 2. So we get, it's 4.5, subtract 3.5, divide by 2. And we find p equal to 0.5. Step 2, we're looking for the vertex. We're finding the vertex from the focus. And because we know focus and vertex, they share the same x value. They're always on the same vertical line. So the first number stays the same for both focus and vertex. The second number to find the vertex is the y value of focus, subtract p. And what I got, p equal to 0.5 is from step 1. Now I got the vertex. 4.5 subtract 0.5, it gives me 1, 4. And 1 is the h, k is 4. I know h must be opposite when you go back to the house. Step 3, we're looking for the a. The a in the vertex form is the number in front of the parentheses. So the formula I'm using from the notes, you can see it's 1 over 4 times p. 4 and p are both on the denominator. So it's 1 over 4 times 0.5. 4 times 0.5 give you 2, so it's 1 half. A equal to 1 half. Now I got the A. I have the A, I have H, I have K. And I know I need to plug in this vertex form. Y equal to A, x minus H squared plus K. H is always opposite. Now plug in and find the correct answer. Question 2. In the following equation, A is a constant. So this is a constant number. Usually we say this is K because this is a vertex form. From the vertex form, it gives me the HK. And H is always opposite. Okay, now first let's look at the A value, or the number in front of the parentheses. The sign in front of the parentheses is negative. So negative will give you a sad face, and sad face give you a max because this point is the max. And it's on the poster. You may write it down on your cheat sheet. Negative A, sad face, max. I know it's maximum, so cross out A and C. And H is the opposite when we write it in vertex. When you go outside of the house, it becomes the opposite. K stays the same. So write the correct answer. Pick the correct answer. Question 3. Which of the following describe a true relationship between the function? Okay, so for this question, the answer choices are asking the y values for the same x value. For example, if x equal to 3 for both graphs, and y value, the f of x and g of x equal, that means when the graph f of x and the g of x, they share the same x value, they also share the same y value. In other words, in easier words, it's actually asking fx and gx, at what point do they intersect? So for this question, how many values do they intersect? Hmm. For this graph, oh, don't worry about this. This should be negative. This is negative. Negative 1/4 and plus 17. Then that's correct. Just don't worry about the lines. Don't worry about this. Just look at the graph and find how many intersections do they have. Question 4. Which of the following is equivalent to the expression? So it gives you the standard form. It's asking you to find the vertex form. From the standard form, I can find A equal to 5, B equal to negative 20, C equal to 28. And the X at H, to find the H, is negative B over 2A. So negative B is the opposite of B, goes on the top, and 2 times A is 10. H is 2. And we replace the X value with 2. Replace both X value with 2. And that's why I got K equal to 5 times 2 squared minus 20 times 2 plus 28. And my K equal to 8. Now I got the AHK. I replace the AHK. Remember, H is always opposite. Now find the correct answer. Question 5. The graph of the function above is a parabola. Which of the following defines f? So it's asking you from a graph to find the vertex form. And from the graph, I know the vertex is -3, -1. It already gives you the vertex. However, it doesn't give you the value of A. So I need to find the value of A. I need to use another point, either the -4, 2 or -2, 2. Another point to plug in for the X and Y to find the value of A. And the point I'm choosing is -2, 2 for my X and Y. So I plug in into the vertex form, y equal to ax minus h squared plus k. I got my y is 2, which is here. I'm looking for it, so don't change anything. X is -2. H is the opposite of -3 when you go back to house, so it's +3. And k stays the same, it's -1. So now you can either use NSOLVE or pandas to find the value of A. NSOLVE is on your calculator. Pandas you have to solve by yourself. Either way works. Now question 6. Oh, once you find the A, replace the A, and then because you have the H and K, you know the answer. Replace the A, H, K, you already know it. Okay, because it's plus K minus 1, it's easier, so you can cross out B. Yeah, you just don't know the value of A. Then you find the value at a value of A to replace it. Question 6. Okay, it's asking you, this is y equal to x squared. And it's asking if you have a line, a linear line of x minus 4, how many solutions or intersections will you have from x minus 4 to this quadratic graph? So type these two equations into calculator, or you may just draw the linear function on your graph. So the y-intercept of the linear function is 0, -4 starts here, and the slope is 1. So rise over run is 1. It'll just be like this. And you'll never touch the problem. Question 7. Write the system of equation showing the graph below. And we know for linear equation, it's y equal to mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. And from the linear equation, I see the y-intercept is 7. Slope is rise over run. 1 rise, 1 run. So m is 1. So linear function is y equal to 1x plus 7. That's the linear. And quadratic function, I can start from the hk. And the hk is 0, 6. I don't know the a, but I know the hk is 0, 6. So y equal to a times x minus 0 squared plus 6. And x minus is 0. Any number minus 0 stays that number. So y equal to a times x squared plus 6. Let me see if I need to find the a. Okay, I don't have to find the a because for all these numbers, a equal to for all a, b, c, a equal to 1, and for d, a equal to -1. And if it's a equal to -1, it will be sad face. It will be facing down, and our graph is facing up, so it's positive a. Positive a, and the k is 6. Okay, linear is x plus 7. Look for the answer. Question 8. Select the two true statements. Let's look at the AHK. A is 2. A is positive. A is positive 2. So it's a smiling face and it has a minimum. And H, I know H go inside and outside the house will be opposite. Okay, so when it become vertex or axis of symmetry, H will be -4. And K stays the same, it's -5. Okay, let's look at answer choice 1. Vertex, it should be -4, -5, because H opposite, K stays the same. Okay, answer choice B, minimum is -5. Is it minimum? Yes, it's smiling face, it has minimum. And the smallest point, and your vertex is always your minimum or maximum. The Y value is -5. It is correct. C, okay, all real number is the domain, not range. D, the axis of symmetry is x equal to -4. That is correct because H is the opposite. Okay, question 9. Write the equation of graph in vertex form. Okay, let's find the vertex. The vertex is 6, 8. It's facing down, so it's a sad face. A must be negative. Look at answer choice, A, B, C, D. A must be negative. And my age must be opposite. So inside the house, it'll be x minus 6 squared. And then k stays the same, positive 8. K equal to positive 8. Negative a, That phase, negative A, H minus 6, and positive 8 for the K. Find the correct answer. Question 9. Which point is a solution to the following system? You're using your decimals calculator to find a graph, and you type what's after the equal sign into graph, then type the second one. If the graph is too small, you may use menu 4 to zoom out, then menu 6 for find intersection. If there are two answers, if there are two solutions, you start the dotted line in the middle of the two solutions and you drag to the left, drag to the right to find the 2 points. Either use decimals or the small calculator. If you're using decimals, you need to use the one that's on canvas. Question 11. Which graph shows the solution of the following system of equation? So this is the system of equation we're looking for. You need to first thing is to figure out my oh, okay. Just type into the decimals calculator or graph. Type into decimals calculator or graph and it'll show you the correct one. If you want to do it by hand, here's how. H and K will give you the vertex. To find the H is negative B over 2 times A. B is 4, so negative 4 over 2 is negative 2. That's the H. And you plug in replace all the X with negative 2 to find the K. So it will be 4 minus 8 plus 3. K equal to negative 1. Okay, for anyone that's the K is not negative 1, K is negative 1. We can cancel out B. B is not correct. Now, the A is positive. Positive A, smiling face, is facing up. So A is not correct. Now we're looking for the slope of the linear function. The slope of linear function is just 1. And all the y-intercept for linear function are all 4. So don't worry about the y-intercept. If it's 1, rise over run. Rise over run equal to 1. So it should go up 1, run 1. And the second point, it should be here. However, it's not. The slope is not 1 for C. C is not correct. Let's look at this one. Slope, go up 1, go right 1. Okay, that's correct. So this one fits, the HK fits the slope of the linear function. Question 12. We need to convert the standard form into vertex form and find the maximum value. Because this function, the A is negative, it's a set phase. Set phase has a maximum, and the maximum is the vertex, the Y value of the vertex. So we find the H by negative B over 2A, and A is negative 1. I got H is negative 4. And then I plug in negative 4 for both X. I replace both X with negative 4. Remember, this is a negative. So when you put the parentheses, don't forget negative 1 in front of the parentheses. That's your A. It's -1 times, it's actually -1 times x squared. Don't forget the -1 or your answer will be wrong. And when you type into the calculator, pay attention to negative and subtraction. You type it the way you read it, okay? Once you find the h and k, find the h and k, you have the a, h, k. Then you plug in into the vertex form. Oh, you don't have to plug in because it's just asking you the maximum value. You're just looking for the k. And your k is your answer. Pick the correct answer. That's it. Good luck on your test.